The dorm was noisy. With Sam's victorious return, their room was going crazy. "Sam, you're awesome! This is the 6th victory in a row! It's awesome that you can skip classes and tour around while having matches. Treat us to a meal after you become the champion. No, after entering the semifinals." In the small room, all the guys on their floors surrounded Sam like a hero, shouting cheerfully. Sam was baffled that he had played better and better in the matches while his physical strength improved as time went on. The last time, when he had a fitness test, he had reached the standards of national athletes and was almost enlisted by the national team. He didn't know that the Essence replenishment pill Jade and Julia mixed in the cake they ate had cleansing effects on their meridians. Since he had been active in sports, he had absorbed part of the pill, and the results were showing. Besides, he slept right next to Jacob's bed. While Jacob cultivated during the night and absorbed nature essence, part of the essence that couldn't be transformed traveled along the bed frame and was absorbed by Sam in his sleep. In fact, Sam had now reached the realm of an ordinary martial arts master, and it was no wonder he could sweep across the basketball court in matches. "Jacob, why are you so late? Come, have a drink with us." Seeing Jacob at the door, Sam immediately called him over. Although he had become a celebrity in the school, he didn't forget Jacob, his best friend. With the university entering the national quarterfinals, the dorm was having a small celebration. After the experience of the drinking competition, no one dared to try Jacob again. They all ate and drank together while bickering and laughing. After receiving the cold shoulder from North Atlantic, Jacob enjoyed this happy time with his buddies very much. Ever since he had gotten busy with cultivation and tutoring Sophie in the evenings, he would spend the night in Sophie's home when it got late. That was why he hadn't been able to give too much time to his actual college life and friends. So evenings like this were always welcome. After spending some time in the dorm, all the guys decided to go out for dinner and headed to the cluster of restaurants outside their campus. After many arguments and compromises, they finally settled on going to the only pizza parlor in the area. They were all a little tipsy at this point, except Jacob. Ryan decided that he was very hungry, so he ran ahead of the rest of their group to get inside and get them a table, as it was the peak dinner time and the restaurant might be busy. Once they all got inside, Jacob, Sam, and the others were walking in the direction of the tables when they suddenly heard another voice. "Sorry, we'll take this place." "I came here first," Ryan retorted. With his 6 feet height, he was the tallest in Jacob's group, enough to frighten some guys off. Hearing the argument, Jacob and the others rushed over and saw 6 or 7 guys surround Ryan, and the leader was none other than Michael. It looked like a group of students had just finished eating and left a corner booth empty. Ryan went and took the booth when Michael came over with his club members. It was peak time, and it was impossible to find another empty booth. Then Michael saw Jacob and his buddies walking over. He chuckled. "Well, we meet again." Standing beside Jacob, Sam was not tall, but he was as solid as a thick brick. Michael certainly recognized the popular new captain of the basketball team. However, he didn't think Sam, who had no strong background, was worthy of his attention. "My friend was here first. Go find another section." Jacob took 2 steps forward and said. Involuntarily, Ryan turned to look at Jacob and was startled at the sight. In his oppression, Jacob had strong legs since he had been a long-distance runner when he was in middle school. But his upper body was not robust, and thus Jacob had never been his match in arm wrestling. However, this Jacob he saw right now was totally different from the one in his memory. Although Jacob didn't have the bulging muscles like those fitness models on TV, his firm back, thick arms, broad chest, and perfect inverted triangle figure were very impressive. When did he turn so fit? Ryan was amazed. He didn't know that each morning and night Jacob practiced the fundamental boxing techniques he learned from the North Atlantic Dragon Palace several times. This set of military boxing movements used by the Dragon Palace soldiers was very useful in keeping fit. Besides, Ryan, even Sam, who was very confident with his own body proportions, was surprised when he saw Jacob's body after he took off his jacket. After all, Sam had spent hours training in the gym. He wondered how Jacob found the time to keep fit. Seeing the two groups in confrontation, the other people present there came over to watch. With more students coming over to watch them, more booths were now empty, but Jacob and his buddies didn't want to leave their original spot, and Michael didn't want to back off and lose face. So the two groups continued to face each other in a deadlock. Is that guy Sam, the captain of the basketball team? And the guy standing beside him is Jacob, who defeated Michael with one attack at the bus stop. Oh, I remember. The arm wrestling match. All kinds of comments floated around. With gritted teeth, Michael took a step forward and stared at Jacob. I'll take this place. Now he couldn't back off to find another booth. Otherwise he would lose face and his ego was too big for that. We were here first. Jacob answered him coolly. Michael clenched his fists. After Walter's inauguration ceremony, he found out from his father, the deputy mayor, that Jacob was in fact the son of Dr. Walter Brown, whom even his father couldn't afford to mess with. Because of the incident during the ceremony, he was scolded severely. His father warned him repeatedly not to mess with the Jacob, or he would disown him. If he offended the son of Walter and Mila, it would put his father's career in danger. Walter had a personal relationship with the governor. Forget it. Let's move to another booth, Michael said suddenly. The people watching, including his friends, thought they had heard wrong. Everyone could see that Michael had admitted defeat during the confrontation. Michael, the son of the deputy mayor and the famous bully of their university, had backed off? After a few seconds of hesitation, the crowd booed at him. With a livid face, Michael led his group out of the section. They didn't move to another booth. Instead, they directly headed outside the door. They were in no mood to eat now. At the end of the confrontation, the crowd scattered. Undoubtedly, this incident would soon spread all over the college. Michael was defeated by Jacob 3 times now. He had lost in the rock climbing competition and the arm wrestling match, and now he backed off from the confrontation in the restaurant. Your presence was magnificent. After Jacob forced back the group of the rock climbing club, Ryan walked over and said to Jacob. The aura Jacob admitted was so powerful that it even chilled Ryan, who watched the confrontation from the sidelines. Let's sit, Jacob returned to bonk Ryan on the head and take his place at the end of the booth. Sam was also secretly admiring Jacob's aura, which was rare even in top-tier basketball players. With his aura, he believed Jacob would have defeated 6 to 7 of Michael's guys if they had broken into a fight. The tension seemed to evaporate as they all ordered and fell right back into their conversations. When they finally left, an hour had passed. I need to go out. You head back first, Jacob said. Got it. Ryan winked at him. He thought Jacob would wait for Kathy, and they would go on a date. Jacob didn't explain, watching them walk to the dorm area inside the campus. He turned and walked towards the small forest. At this time of day, many students came to have dinner. While he walked to the small forest close to the girls' residential area, he didn't notice someone was following him. Walking into the forest, he took out Snowflake and put up an energy sphere. With a gust, he flew up into the sky in the protection of the energy sphere. Michael had been following him from a distance. When he rushed into the forest, he saw no trace of Jacob.